Hey, everybody, welcome to the Keller and Hector show. We are here. We are live.
You just cut it off.
No, that's how the song goes,
Oh,
man. I didn't
that's
loop
how it
it.
goes.
That's how it goes.
It's a creative choice, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Keller, you have the magazine in front of you. You're flipping through it.
So long. It's a long one.
Well, thankfully, neither you or I have to read it tonight because we have a very special guest coming in from Texas. I think he's a friend of yours, actually. I mean, it's very appropriate for the movie we're about to talk about tonight. But Keller and I watched a
Is
movie.
it
Keller.
Juliette Lewis's character?
That would be amazing. I mean, can you do Juliette Lewis's character in this movie? I don't know. I
Basically,
can't.
that's a
Yeah.
weird Texas
Mhm.
accent.
I know. I feel like this guy's maybe more closely related to Woody Harrelson, if anything.
Oh, okay.
So we have a very special announcer on the show tonight. Keller, I'm blanking on his name, but you can go ahead and set up the guest
How much should I read it?
and introduce it. Dude, do the whole thing. I don't give a shnikes. Do the whole thing, dude.
Nike?
Dude, I don't give one. Anything with Chris Farley? No, I wish I did instead of this movie. Oh, all right.
Honestly,
We have some opinions. We have some thoughts.
let's hear them.
And we will hear them as soon as we get the intro, the context, the setup from Empire Magazine, from the 2008 special that listed the 500 greatest movies of all time.
Okay.
We watched a movie tonight. Keller, what's the name of our guest? And then whenever they're ready, they can go
Why
ahead
am I
and read
supposed
it.
to know this? Who is
You're supposed to know, you know.
be?
It's like I said, it's somebody. I think it's somebody related to Woody Harrelson. I think it might be like a cousin, second cousin or something. I don't know. It's somebody who I just know they sound like that. So Keller, you go ahead and you take it away. Do the intro, set up the guest, and then they can read the thing.
Well, I'm the man with no name.
Okay. Let's hear it. Whenever you're ready, man with no name.
I don't know what you're trying to do.
Take it away.
364
Mm-hmm.
natural born killers. 1994. Director Oliver Stone. What do you get when you cross combustible provocateur Oliver Stone and parenthetical the then in parenthetical enfant terrible of Hollywood Quentin Tarantino? Answer colon natural born killers, a volatile working of the Badlands / Bonnie and Clyde couple on a killing spree. There's a bunch of hyphens in there, but that's too much. Formula that also, I'm not going to do all the parentheticals either.
Okay.
That predictably shocked the system and predictably had Tarantino throwing a creative huff over Stone's liberal changes. The film is all the more fascinating for being a product of its time, strobing through the mid-90s zeitgeist from daytime soaps to news docs, and populated with such as of then wild children as Robert Downey Jr., Tom Sizemore, Juliette Lewis, and Woody Harrelson. The mystical mumbo jumbo harks back to Stone's predilection for 60s motifs, making it half crazed but iconic all the same.
Thank you so much, man with no name. That was excellently done. Bye.
My name's Kevin. Bye.
Kevin? Oh, bye, Kevin. That was Kevin Harrelson, a young cousin of Mr. Woody Harrelson. Keller, thanks for inviting Kevin onto the show.
You leading to something?
No, me right now?
No? You had nobody in mind? Just
Nobody
somebody from Texas? All right.
That's it. I just wanted you to do exactly what you did, and you did it.
Okay.
I'll start by discussing the blurb. What?
Discuss the blurb, dude. Let's hear about this blurb.
This blurb. I think it's a pretty good summary of what this movie was and probably why it got on the list of the 500 greatest movies of all time as per voted by whoever wrote in on the thing. I mean, I think it hits like the most important aspects of the movie, in my opinion. The fact that it's pretty schizophrenic. It's very 90s. The 4 core cast members are very good.
Oliver Stone is a combustible provocateur.
Oliver Stone and Quentin Tarantino. And And then just a side note too, I need to watch more Oliver Stone movies. If you go to Letterboxd, this is his most watched and like rated movie is Natural Born Killers.
Like, Platoon's supposed to be good.
Yeah, right. And I know JFK is supposed to be good. And I'm like, I must
I
have
know
seen.
JFK is supposed to be long. That's about it.
Yeah,
I've heard
yeah.
mixed otherwise.
Okay. I feel like I've seen pieces of JFK, and I feel like I'm like, yeah, it's
Got a
one of those
bunch of stuff.
like biopic style,
It's not
like
even biopic. It's
it's
like
not. It's just.
about the JFK. He's very
Mhm.
political.
And I remember seeing.
You've never seen W?
I did see W. Have you seen
You see
W?
World Trade Center?
I did not. I have not seen that.
You're
I
missing.
never felt like watching that or United 93. And
Really?
and frankly, I was like, I think it's weird that Hollywood made these only just
Immediately?
because, yeah, it seemed like pretty immediately, only because like I lived through those events and I didn't feel the same thing. And anytime I watch a movie about any other historical event, I don't have the same feeling of like, oh, it's gross that Hollywood made this. I'm always like, I want to learn and I want to, and I'm interested in this story or this event. But yeah, World Trade Center and United 93, I was like, I'm not interested in watching either of those films.
Mm-mm.
But I did see W, and I thought I think I remember thinking it was just fine. It was just like okay.
Yeah.
Like it's humanizing, but it's also like
Too
showing
much.
how bad of a president he was. And and I'm just like, I don't know. Typically it's not a genre that I'm drawn to with movies with like I still haven't
Presidential
seen.
biopics.
Yeah, like or any kind of like, hey, this is
What'd
like
you
a.
think of Lincoln?
I thought it
Let's
was
hear your
good.
thoughts.
I did
Okay.
I did see that one and I
Better
did
than
think it was
W?
good. By far, a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, by a lot. And I didn't see what was the one that Adam McKay made. He's made a few now.
Vice.
I haven't seen that. I wasn't in any rush to. I'm like, I don't want to see a movie
It's the
about
same
Dick
thing as
Cheney and
W.
stuff.
Just kidding. It's
Yeah.
not the same thing as W.
No.
But you'll feel the same way.
Yeah, just kind of like I would rather. I don't know. I'd rather watch other things. But in any case, what I'm trying to say is
You'd rather watch
Oliver
Natural Born Killers.
Oliver Stone, good.
Born on the
I
4th
don't
of July is
know.
supposed to be good.
Yeah, I guess I need to watch that too. But after watching this, I was like, I don't think I like Oliver Stone
Well, apparently
movies.
this isn't like any of his other stuff.
Okay, all right. Anyway, back to the blurb. I think it highlights it pretty well, but here's the problem, Keller. Straight up, I hated this movie.
Dude,
That's the problem.
Me fucking too, dude.
Let's get into it. I gave this sucker a 1 star. I have a lot of issues
I had to
with it.
take a nap after. This movie is so fucking exhausting.
Did you end up watching Venom Let There Be Carnage?
No, I didn't.
Good.
I had to go to sleep.
I had to go to sleep. I took a nap. Let's start with you, Keller. Let's actually get into it on your end. Like, why did you dislike this movie? Here's a scary thing. You texted me today and you're like, have you seen Natural Born Killers yet? And I texted you immediately, yeah, it sucked, LOL.
Yeah.
Without even, and then after I sent the text, I was like, oh, crap, Keller might have really liked it. Like, I felt bad. I was like, I shouldn't have jumped that gun. But then you were like, I'm in the middle of watching it right now, and I'm having a tough time. And I was like, okay, well, that sucks
terrible.
too. It's not good, but I think
Oliver, I want to talk to you about it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Keller. Get into it. Why didn't you like it?
It's exhausting. Like I said.
It's a good way to put it.
I think everyone's good. I think we're going to lose everybody now. It's like, what? Natural Born Killers changed my life. It made me kill people.
Well, you know what's really fucked up is
apparently.
Yeah, I was reading about it on Wikipedia. One of them being Columbine, is that the Columbine killers were like, they called their mass murder, they called it NBK, codenamed it NBK, aka Natural Born Killers.
Oh shit!
Like that's part of the reason.
And what year?
1999, I think, was Columbine. So in the 90s, I think 5 years after this movie came out. That's part of the reason I didn't like it. But I want to go back to the word you used, exhausting. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Keller? Let's unpack that. When you say exhausting, what do you mean by that?
What I mean is At no point was I enjoying myself. Which, not to say that I have to enjoy myself in a movie,
Hmm.
but also, like, even if I watch fucking Spotlight,
Hmm.
I'll come out on the other side and be like, I enjoyed that movie. Like,
Hmm.
I didn't enjoy the subject matter, but
Hmm.
there's something about like a good movie, a good story, even if sad or depressing or whatever,
Yeah.
told well.
Yeah. I think that this one was. Why didn't I enjoy it? Well, I think it felt like Oliver Stone trying to do Quentin Tarantino
Oh, it definitely
with
felt like
the
that
with
with
the hyper
nothing.
violent with, and I'm like, but Tarantino's stuff still has a lot of substance to it, and I felt like this one was all style, no substance. Like they were trying to say,
Well,
you
sure,
know,
there's very obvious substance
right.
in what it's doing. We
Mm-hmm.
get it. Hey
Mm-hmm.
man, dude, we get it. Uh
And maybe in 1994 it was
it felt like 12
super
Monkeys
new.
and Mars Attacks at the same time.
Yeah, it was a cartoon. The movie started and I'm like, "Oh, I'm watching a cartoon. Like this isn't real." Like
Oh, yeah.
the way that these characters are depicted, but then it was when it cut to Juliette Lewis's home life and Rodney Dangerfield was the father. I'm like, "Okay, this
In a
is
sitcom.
in a sitcom." I'm like, "It's stunt casting, but it is also Oliver Stone trying to say, you know
Yeah.
how it's all fucked up that we all think of our American lives as American sitcoms when really so many families are destroyed by abusive fathers and adult parents who like molest their kids and all this other stuff. And that's all true, but I'm like, it just hits you over the head with it and it is so exhausting. And maybe in 1994 it was fresh, but I feel like I've seen so many things since then that have like tried to take the sitcom and turn it
Or
around and
even
like, isn't it messed up? And I'm like, okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What were
Well,
you gonna say? Even what?
I don't even know. I got frustrated again.
It's also like Juliette Lewis and Woody Harrelson's characters are so,
That's the thing. I think they're good at what they're supposed to be doing,
but they're
but
just
I don't.
cartoon
It's
characters.
so
They're
over the fucking top.
yep. They're just caricature. They're just like so I'm like, okay, so they're evil, but then the movie's telling us they're only evil because of the families that they came from, but they're still enacting this horrific that they kill 52 people or whatever it is, and they're in love with each other, but it's all fucked up. And it's like, okay, I get it. I get how fucked up they are. You know, Woody Harrelson cuts his hand and and she's eating it up and he's all into it and everything. And then the movie begins to take what they did and the violence that they're enacting, and the movie then points to the media, which I think is a completely fair. Basically, I agree with the
But
stance
here's
of the
the
movie.
sure,
I
but
agree, but the
it's
way,
like,
yeah,
hey, no shit, Oliver.
mm-hmm.
It's like this. Everybody's like, someone finally did it. Someone finally called out the media
I
for
know.
sensationalizing violence. And it's like,
And
what do you
the
think?
thing, the thing I got frustrated with, like I really liked that Robert Downey Jr. was in this and was playing an Australian, like, and that was
He
apparently his
based it on a
idea.
real guy.
Yep, which I
He
love.
insisted on the Australian accent,
Love it,
but
love
even
it.
he at moments, like there was one moment where he's like jumping up and down. I
Cartoon,
was
yeah.
like, what are we
Yeah.
doing here,
But
folks?
I liked his inclusion in the story and in the film, but what I didn't like
Oh
is that
yeah.
by the end of it is that he is representative of the media in such a negative light that like he's not a real human either. He's a character who is shown to have a wife and he's also having an affair. So you're like, oh, okay, I don't care what happens to him. Like that part is put in there, and the fact that he's shallow and vain and all this other stuff, and he might be asking difficult questions to Woody Harrelson's character. And my least favorite thing about this movie, my single least favorite thing about it, and made me go, I really don't like this movie, is that at the end of it, they made Woody Harrelson's character so smart and so cool, and so they glorified
Well,
hit
that's what
like
the point's supposed to be,
I
in the
know,
way that
but
Ted Bundy and all these guys are glorified.
are
Sure.
glorified. Yeah, but the movie could have also said we shouldn't glorify mass murderers like this. We should, you know, I don't know, but it
I
was so
think it is
frustrating.
trying to say that, but
Yeah, but it made Woody look so cool when he's like, "I'm evolved from you. You're not. We're not even of the same species." And everything that Robert Downey was trying to like gotcha him with,
that
and
was
was trying to
great, man. Give me
was
a
yeah
hug.
was yeah was trying to get him with and trying to get him riled up. He was just like so cool and so above it. And as I'm watching it, I can't help but thinking, I'm like, the Columbine killers related to this, and it was frustrating to me. And that's not it's not the movie's fault, but I feel like the movie doesn't take some responsibility in some regards. But
Yeah,
you can't add
they
you
get
can't
away.
yeah. Yeah. And not only that, but like
They're
they
happy.
at the end of the movie, Woody and Robert Downey Jr. they say to like Woody says to Robert's character, like, you're worse than we are, or you're just as bad. And he's like, you're not innocent. And Robert Downey Jr. says, like, of murder, I am innocent. And I'm like, yes, I agree with him there. He is not innocent of a lot of things. But this movie, for the movie to basically say like mass
The
murderers
same.
who killed 52 people, and the media who covers it the same, and this one deserves to die, and this one will get away, and and it's frustrating because the media has a problem, but I also feel like the whole thing could easily unravel into the, hey, CNN is fake news, and
Well,
all reporter and the media is like the enemy of the people. Because then I'm like, because then you're now you're in cuckoo MAGA land. Like now you're
well,
in crazy, like,
during this movie, I had to be
yeah,
like, this is on here for a reason,
uh-huh.
and I do not know what it is. So I have to go find somebody who liked this movie.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then I saw an article from 2019. It's like, this movie's like Joker. It's real prescient and it gets it.
Yeah. So that's why
It's like, well,
there
mm,
you have it. So there you have it. So I like when films challenge what the role of the media is. And especially in the 90s, dude, at the end, they showed real footage of actual court cases. And then they showed like Tanya Harding ice skating. And then they showed OJ Simpson. And they showed like all this stuff that I'm like, I'm so glad that they put that in there and that's in there. And that a film in the 1990s was commenting on what was happening. But I watch it now and I go, what's I get frustrated because I'm like, somebody could point to this and go, yep, see, all reporters are evil and they're just in it for the glory. And I'm like, some reporters are actually trying to do good. You know what I mean?
okay. I'm fine with what it does to the media in general. I don't
Okay.
care that it's not like, well,
It's not like a
because
balanced
at the
take
end,
on the
there is
media.
that one
Sure.
reporter who's like, did you guys fucking hear all that? So,
Which reporter?
remember the lady in the studio
Oh, that's right. Who was seeing Robert Downey
listening
Jr.'s
to
character get
everything?
killed or whatever. Yeah, listening and seeing the tape and everything. I guess so. I guess then maybe it's just like the movie felt to me like I understood what its stance was. But then during the interview portion at the end in the prison, the back and forth, I was like, okay, Oliver Stone, and I guess Quentin Tarantino, are you fully siding with
Well, now I
this
really want to
mass
know what
murderer?
Quentin Tarantino's movie would
Script
have been.
was he released his script. I think he released it as a book.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that.
I'm not reading it. No.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
it's like I'm curious, not that
Yeah,
curious.
I'm also not. I'm not curious enough to read an entire. If this was a movie that I loved, I definitely would have been like, "What was Tarantino's script?" And just like how Dan Mills sent us that Predator script that he found online. I'm like, I'll read that. I'm interested in
And
that.
I just got to do it.
The Robert Rodriguez
Yeah.
script that I haven't read yet, but yeah, I think that was my frustration. Frustration was not only the way that Robert Downey Jr.'s character, what he represented, which I think is fair, but then to turn it around onto Woody Harrelson's character and just kind of have him be this heroic, this like brave, and he's fighting the status quo, and just because I'm like, you're setting this up to be idolized.
Well, I think
You're setting it up to be idolized by
it's
the wrong people instead of
I don't
like
know. I don't know. Like it comes to
turning it around
also
and yeah,
because I feel like this just bashes you over the head with what its message is supposed to be.
sure.
That it's like, yeah, man, we fucking get it. But then there are people who watch The Boys and don't know Homelander's the bad guy until now.
I know. I
And
know,
so
but at
then
least with
that
yeah,
confuses me. So it's like
mhm.
I get like someone was like, we should just start making morality plays again. Let's
Yeah.
just bring those back because people obviously
Yep.
can't read the context that even when it's that blatant.
I guess so. I guess you're right,
Uh,
but at least with the boys from episode 1, I was like, I know exactly where this show lands politically. I know what it's trying to
oh yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean? So
yes,
I guess I
I
am
knew
also
exactly what this movie was trying to say the whole time,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
not entertaining in any way.
No, and it's not
It's like a bad music video.
yeah, it is. It was Oliver Stone trying to be like, I want to use the MTV style to tell the
Yeah,
story. And
Trent
I'm like,
Reznor did the music.
yeah, I'm like, I don't want to see the MTV style anymore. I don't think that that's
Well,
it's
sure.
too I don't know, it's too
I don't want to see it for 2 hours.
yeah, it's too far removed from reality. There was
When it
no
first started, I was like, okay, maybe this will just be like this cold open thing.
mhm.
But then it was the whole
It's a whole
movie.
movie. Um, have you when was the last time you saw Everything Everywhere All at Once in the
When I was
theater?
in New York, yeah, in theater.
Oh, okay, very cool. I bought it on Blu-ray. I haven't rewatched it yet, but
Ooh, I haven't bought it on Blu-ray yet, but because every
mhm.
single time we go to the store, it's been sold out,
Mhm.
which
Um,
makes me happy.
I think I ordered it, or where did I
I
get
gotta
it?
do that. I just gotta do
Maybe,
that.
maybe I got it at a Best Buy. I can't remember,
And
but
also, I just know A24 is gonna come out with a special edition,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
so I
But
want that.
I that movie has a frenetic style that is
Here's the thing,
insane.
it's not a some people might say it's exhausting, but,
Hmm.
like, I was only tired of laughing and crying. So,
Yeah, and it's just like it hits you over the head with that pace and that style and all those cuts and everything, and from directors who did music videos, like music videos that I love. It's the same kind of approach, and yet Everything Everywhere All at Once has so much heart in it. And I know that they're fictional characters, but it taps into like the real experiences of immigrant parents and their kids and living in the United States and trying to make a life for yourself and all this stuff that is so emotionally resonant. And then Natural Born Killers, it's like, could this script and direction have attempted to ground more of it to make it more impactful? Is what I kept thinking watching the movie. I'm like, these are cartoon characters. The way everybody's talking is a cartoon. Tommy Lee Jones is hamming it up just like in Batman Forever. I'm like,
yeah,
this
it's
is
the
a
same
cartoon
character.
movie, same character. He's basically Two-Face. I don't know about this. I don't know about that. Just yelling and stuff. That I was like, if this movie had still done the MTV thing, the over the top reporter character, Robert Downey Jr., played the same. Even the warden played the same. But maybe if like the two leads were more grounded and had more emotion, or is that never in the cards because it's like that's not what the story's supposed to be? You're not supposed to relate to these characters. They go and kill 52 people. But then by that same token, I also
Just
was like not affected by any time they killed anybody. I'm like, this is cartoonish. Like it's, or they would show like a guy hitting on her and he was real gross. He's like, that's what I call pussy or whatever. So you're like, okay, kill this guy. I don't like this character. It's fine if
exactly, it's
they,
like, good.
you know,
I'm glad he's gonna die.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think? Could it have done that? Would you have appreciated the movie more, or I don't know.
I'm trying to think of how I feel like it was just there's no nuance in it maybe. Like it's so I don't know. It
Yeah.
feels like they're just going for the violence
Yes.
and maybe it just isn't my thing
I
because
mean,
people love
we didn't
this
like
movie.
Joker. Yeah, we didn't like Joker. So.
Do you know this movie's better than The Born Identity,
Oh no,
better
dude.
than Predator, better
No.
than Airplane,
Um,
better than The Breakfast Club,
is it?
better than I'd rather watch fucking Rocky than this movie again.
Of course you would. I'd rather watch Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Oh my.
I'd rather watch Mean Streets. I think this is my least favorite movie
Well,
on this page.
oh,
I'd
this
rather
is
watch.
easily my least
Yeah,
favorite movie on
yeah,
this page.
yeah. Totally,
And we're about to
totally.
finish this page. What's
Yeah,
your
which
favorite
is
movie on this
very
page?
cool. My favorite movie on this page, if it's not Rocky, it
Mine's
might be
Zodiac.
Pirates. What's up?
Mine's Zodiac. Easy.
Oh shit, Zodiac's on this page. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's up
And
there. Well,
also, sidebar,
yeah.
I've watched the rest of the trilogy of the Bourne movies.
Oh, nice.
And I think The Bourne Identity is my favorite.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That might be my favorite on this page, or maybe the first Pirates movie.
No.
But because
There's
I'm
some
like,
good shit on this page. There's some
yeah,
way better stuff than Natural Born Killers on this
yeah,
page.
there is. I think that it's fair to say if this list was made today, I don't even think Natural Born Killers would even make the cut.
Like,
Honestly.
guys, watch Nightcrawler.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen that yet, but I'm already like, that's a better movie.
Oh, it's about how like people chase ambulances to get the story of violence and the
Uh-huh.
blood and stuff, and
Or
that this
what was the
guy
name? What
goes so crazy that he stages the stuff himself.
Ace in the Hole was
Oh,
the
sure. Yeah,
was
more
the
effective.
oh my god. I'm still thinking about Ace in the
But
Hole,
that
and
isn't like
that's
I get the glorifying the
the
serial
violence.
killer
Mm-hmm.
situation.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's true.
obviously that's still a thing. Like true
Mm-hmm.
crime is the biggest it's ever been.
I know,
So it's
man.
not like this movie was wrong. I can't fault its
I know.
message necessarily.
Or yep.
Basically its execution is all I'm got a problem with.
Yes, that's where I'm at too. And like I said, I do appreciate them trying to hold up a mirror to the, I mean, it did to the media of the 90s, how
I
sensational it
saw
was.
myself.
So myself, I said, hey,
Apparently it was going to be more straightforward, and then like the OJ stuff happened.
yes, and that made Oliver Stone change what he wanted to
The
do with this movie,
media.
which I appreciate that. That's what you should be doing as a director and as somebody who's making art or
Maybe
whatever, is
sometimes,
like
but it's like
be
it's the same
affected
thing
by
with
what's happening.
Adam McKay movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I get it. All right, bring it down here. I get it.
Oh man.
You're talking to me
Mm.
like I'm 7. But then again, they post the picture, the post the clip of the Don't Look Up interview and then the
It's
actual
insane.
interview, and
It's insane.
that's real. So it's like,
Yeah.
sure, I guess thank you, Adam McKay.
Yeah.
But
It's
like, you're
they're
not
they're
wrong. It's just
yeah,
I'm not having a good time with it, I
I
guess.
know. I
I
know.
just don't have
I
a good time with like
I also like movies that
this movie thinks it's
grapple.
so smart, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's talking to me like I'm a fucking idiot.
I also like movies that attempt on some level to provide a solution, or to at least say, hey, we know what the
Or
solution
I
is and
don't
we
need
should do
that.
it.
Like if it's like
Yeah.
in this one, I get why they didn't.
Hmm.
Or I don't understand why they show them live happily ever after. That's weird.
Hmm.
Uh but I don't need it to be a happy ending. Like I like when a movie ends kind of on a black
Hmm.
note, and then like we'll
Hmm.
throw up a stat about like
Yeah, it depends.
that's more of
Yep, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I guess then I appreciate that as well. But this movie being
this
not
movie
at
just
all
had
grounded,
nothing. Yeah.
yeah, it was
Well,
just like
I can even there are movies that are not at
isn't the
all
media
grounded.
violent? And you're like, yeah,
Felt like a Terry Gilliam, Tim Burton crossover
yeah, yeah.
based off a Quentin Tarantino script.
Maybe because of the subject matter in this case, maybe I wanted more than just kind of a shallow, like, exercise in violence. And maybe I'm like, okay, well, if you're going to talk about this stuff, like, talk about it, and don't just give me um this character represents all the media. He's a piece of shit. This character represents all cops. The Tom Sizemore character, he's an abusive, weird piece of shit. This character
I'm glad the cop
represents,
was a piece of shit.
I mean, yeah, but it's like,
I'm kind of glad, actually. I'm glad most everybody's a piece of shit
yeah.
because it always ends up being that usually is the case.
Hmm. I liked the part where in the flashback when they killed Rodney Dangerfield, and then Juliette Lewis told her like younger brother, like, you're free.
You're free now.
And the brother made some hilarious face. Yeah, he made some like, he was like, some weird little face like that.
I've been doing my kiss makeup.
Oh boy. Anyway, Keller, you should not watch Venom Let There Be Carnage. I don't think you're gonna like it.
I think I'm gonna.
Did you see
Because
you've seen Venom?
Catherine has framed it as a pop culture phenomenon, Catherine Leon.
Oh,
has
yes,
framed
of
it
course.
as one of the best rom-coms she's ever seen.
It's terrible. The first Venom or Venom Let There Be Carnage?
Let There Be Carnage.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Wait,
gonna
didn't
watch
we
it.
remember when we went to go see Morbius?
One of the greats.
This
One
is
of the
how
great
bad
films.
Let There Be Carnage is. I
I'd
thought
rather
Morbius
watch.
was
I'd rather
better than
watch
Let There Be Carnage.
Morbius than Natural Born
Natural
Killers.
Born Killers? Me too.
Would you rather watch Let There Be Carnage than Natural Born Killers?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would.
'cause then you're like, Venom's in
I'm like, Spider-Man's in it at the end for 2 seconds. I'll watch it.
And
Idiot.
also
I'm an
just
idiot.
like Woody Harrelson's coming right off of Cheers to do this.
I know.
That's
And this
crazy.
this this was you're the Cheers guy. This was a was this like a big deal in his career to like, oh, and he's
Oh,
really
he's
playing
doing a
against Spike
serious
now.
turn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
serious
also, I
turn. And
feel
I'm
like
like,
it is
nah,
such a
it's cartoon.
character.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
It's a cartoon. Keller, what else did you want to talk about in happening in the world of movies? What's
Hey,
going on?
man, how'd you feel about all the Comic-Con shit?
Pretty cool. How did you feel about it? Did you watch any of those trailers and stuff? What'd you think?
I watched a lot of the trailers, but I'm
Okay.
more interested in how you felt about it.
I'm more interested in how
I
you
know
felt.
you've been interacting via other channels,
Yeah.
but obviously Wakanda Forever looks fucking crazy.
It looks so good. It
It's
looks so
nuts.
good.
Nuts how good
It
that
looks
looks.
beautiful. It looks beautiful. Yeah. Did you see Namor? I'm sure you saw Namor in it. Are you
Oh, yeah,
excited?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's born
Are
and he
you
has little
fucking excited?
he was born in underwater and he has little wings on
And
his
it's like,
ankles.
hey, man, gross.
Yeah.
They're fins. They're not wings,
Yeah.
guys. Let's
No,
don't get it twisted.
they're little wings on his ankles, like Namor
They're
has in the.
fins, though.
No, are there? But they're like feathered
They
wings.
look like wings,
Yeah,
but
dude.
fins. He's a
Okay,
fishman.
okay. He's a
It's like
mutant
on a
also.
on a on a flying fish.
Mm-hmm.
He's the original mutant. Do you think they'll do that
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
in
I
this?
think so. Did you watch
Because
Ms.
then that means
Marvel?
there's been mutants the whole time. Is he supposed to be? Do you think they're gonna have him be old as fuck, or do you think he's gonna be
It's a
like a
good
young
question.
Namor?
I don't know.
Also, I saw somebody post, that part where he's just standing in front of the wall and there's like the dragon thing and
Mm-hmm.
the glyphs. Some guy
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Those glyphs are gobbledygook." So I hope someone did more research on other aspects of the movie. They could have got somebody to make that actually say shit.
Maybe because they have like a fake Wakandan language and they have it all
Yeah.
say stuff throughout
hmm
on like the poster and everything like that. So maybe they have a fake Atlantean language that I have to imagine that they would have
So it is
taken
Atlantis.
that much care. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed
Okay,
to be.
that's
But
cool.
it's like it's inspired by
Yeah,
Mesoamerican cultures, basically,
which is
like
fucking.
Mayan and Aztec and stuff.
I did
Yeah.
not see that coming at all.
Oh man, neither did I. And I'm very, very excited about it. I'm like
Because now
ancestrally
first,
excited about it.
the first superhero ever.
The first Marvel character. Yeah, the first Marvel superhero.
Well, and
If it's
he's the OG
Yeah,
of.
but he doesn't predate Superman. Superman debuted in comics first as a
Well, I mean the
superhero.
first Marvel superhero though.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he
Yeah,
debuted in Marvel Comics issue number 1, the same as the Human Torch, and the Human Torch is on the cover, like getting a guy that's
but I mean
firing
like
a
Namor's
gun at
supposed
him.
to be super fucking old too, though, right?
He's supposed to be, yeah, he's supposed to be like born around the same age as Steve Rogers. So he comes out on
Oh,
the
okay.
scene in a little bit before World War II. He's like 18,
Okay.
19 years old. They could end up doing that. I mean, the trade-off is if they have Namor be more up to date, then that scene that showed him being born could have happened 30 some years ago,
I bet it's
like
gonna be that like it
in
was
the 80s or 90s, or
his
we'll
mom
see.
or his dad passed down the throne or something.
Mm-hmm. But when you have Namor be a character where he was born basically at the turn of the 20th century, no, maybe like a little after, maybe like 1920 or something, you can have him in flashbacks be like, maybe he met Captain America at some point. Maybe he met T'Challa's grandfather,
Yeah.
T'Chaka's
Yeah,
father.
I'm wondering how they're gonna.
Yeah, there's
I'm
a
wondering how
bunch of
they're gonna
stuff.
do that.
There's a
Who do
bunch
you
of
think
stuff.
is gonna be Black Panther?
I think,
I think
well,
it's Lupita Nyong'o since
I
she's
think
not
so
in the
too.
trailer at all.
I think so. Right at the beginning. Yeah, I think it could be her. And according to our pal Iffy, he said it was Lupita just by studying the one shot frame of the
And
of the butt
there's no source I trust more.
on the butt of a person
Yeah.
than Iffy Wadaway. So that's probably, I think it could be her
He has
character. It could
a
be
he
Shuri.
has a
It could even be
doctorate
a Okoye.
in booty studies.
He does have a master's degree in bootyology. So you have to
Bootyology.
yeah, you have to defer to the expert. You must defer to
Bootyology,
him.
bootyotomy,
Bootyotomy. Yeah, he has a minors in bootyotomy with a master's
bootomatics,
in bootyology. What's that?
bootymatics,
A bootymatics. Yeah, he's got them all. He's got them all. He's got a bunch. So very excited. I think that was the trailer that really
astrology.
Astronomy, different subjects,
Different.
Okay, one is about studying
One
the
scientific, the other's
yes, the
mumbo
other's
jumbo.
spiritual. Exactly. The other's more, it's about reading the freckles on the butt and telling your
What do you
future.
think they mean?
All right. What else? What else happened out of San Diego Comic-Con that you're excited about?
Lord of the Rings looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
I'll
Did you
watch
read?
it.
Have you read the Silmarillion?
For
Are
fucking
you
ever ago.
really? You're that
Yeah.
you're at that level of Lord of the Rings. Did you already read?
I
Did
don't
you read
remember
the?
any of it.
You
I've
read
only
the
read the three, The
the
Hobbit.
three books in The
and-
Hobbit? Okay.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Silmarillion's a textbook.
Mm-hmm. But the show looks great.
So
I'm excited about it. I think the new Game of Thrones show looks boring. I'm not interested
I
in
have
it.
not
But
watched the trailer even. Don't
Mhm,
give a
mhm, mhm.
shit.
Didn't you watch every episode of Game of Thrones
No, I watched 4 seasons of it.
and then dipped out?
and then dipped out.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Halfway through, I was like,
Wow. What else? What else? Well, they didn't show the trailer to. They didn't release it, but they
the
did
Guardians
show
of the Galaxy.
and
trailer.
Ant-Man. And Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Ant-Man?
I'm excited about Kang.
Dude,
I'm
first of all,
excited. Calling it the multiverse saga bummed me out because you guys are jumping on after the 2 greatest multiverse movies of all
Yep.
time came out.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, they didn't do that work. Other movies are doing the work for them. Yeah. But you already are like. I mean, I know this
I'm
from
worried
watch,
about this new phase, but this did make me more excited.
and you already just to focus in on Ant-Man for a second. Like we rewatched them. I know how much you like the Ant-Man movies.
Turns out I like them more than most.
Yes,
'Cause
and
they're more just like little fun times.
you already loved Jonathan Majors
Oh, yeah.
from The Last Black Man in
Yeah.
San Francisco.
You watched that, correct? I made you
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah, we watched it together, and
Yeah.
then we did Lovecraft Country. I think we watched that also,
Yeah.
and he
but
is incredible.
The Harder They Fall also.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
You didn't watch that, the Western?
No, I
thought
haven't
we
seen
watched
that
that
yet on
together.
Netflix. No,
Dude,
we
watch
didn't.
that shit.
Ooh.
Watch
Okay,
that
I
shit.
want to.
That's a fun time.
I want to. So
Like,
then,
honestly, go do that right after this.
I might. So Jonathan Majors is not only was he.
He's the entire franchise.
That's what I'm saying. Not only was he
And
who
he's
remains.
playing multiple characters, basically.
Yes, but in this Ant-Man trailer,
They were losing me, and they knew how to fucking reel me.
when you name an entire Avengers movie after Jonathan Majors' character, like Thanos didn't get that.
Yeah, and also that's the end.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I
the
know.
end of it.
It's crazy. It's gonna be the Kang Dynasty, which I'm like,
So can you
what a great
tell me
name.
what the Secret Wars is? What is it?
Yeah, I think that the Secret Wars is gonna be. Now, what I'm hoping is
Secret Invasion and Secret Wars happening in the same phase is also confusing.
But they're
Are
they're
they
not
connected?
though. They're not happening in the same phase. So Secret Invasion is
happening in the same saga, rather.
I guess. Yeah. Secret Invasion is happening next year, and that'll be technically in phase 5 because
It's
phase
also crazy
4
that there's not an Avengers movie in an entire phase.
they're waiting 3. Basically, they're going 4, 5, and then at the end of 6.
But then that's in
You know.
3 years.
Yeah, 2025 is
Like
when
they're
they
really
said,
zipping through it now.
yeah. I'm like, it's already 2022. It's going to be 3 years from now. They're going to
Yeah.
start filming Avengers like next year or something, which is insane. But the
Is
Kang
Wakanda Forever
Dynasty,
your
dude.
number one? most excited?
Oh, absolutely. It looks like it's gonna transcend any Marvel thing. Like it looks like it's gonna
Well, it
be
looks
looks like a
but
real movie. It looks amazing.
yeah, in the
Yeah.
way that
Yeah.
Eternals had real shots and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Eternals was gorgeous. Eternals was gorgeous. And with Ryan Coogler that Wakanda Forever is gonna it's gonna be great. It's gonna be
I'm fucking
about something and it's gonna be
yeah.
sad and it's gonna be great. So
It's probably the best Marvel trailer ever made.
yeah, ever. But I wanted
Best trailer of the
to
year, easy so far.
yes. And I wanted to get your take on the Ant-Man thing because the description coming out of the panel was that it was really funny. It's Paul Rudd, Scott Lang. He wrote a book. He's
Oh, that's fun.
he's letting the fame get to his head because he's like, I helped save the universe. I saved the universe. But he meets Kang, and they showed Kang in the trailer, and Kang was like, "You're an Avenger."
There's like a comics accurate Kang too.
Yeah, but he says to Scott Lang's Ant-Man, he goes, "You're an Avenger. Have I killed you before?" And when I heard that, I went, "Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's great."
Avengers before.
Mm-hmm. He's killed all the Avengers, but it's going to be ridiculous if they're able to pull it off.
Because he is the only way to make the multiverse stuff work for me.
Yeah, probably. And he's also going to be the way to kind of clean everything up. Because once you open that door,
because they've already opened so many doors. They have like 7 doors open right now.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Time Bandits.
Well, it's going to be about, everyone's always talking about how overwhelming it all is. And people are like, I'm mad because I have to watch all the stuff. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't have to watch all of it. Just watch whatever seems interesting to you. Though. But but I mean,
if you want to read it or just watch, hey, Hector's going to do a recap.
I mean, it's like
Heroes Reforged.
this is how I feel about it. If you're going to see, if someone's like, man, my favorite character is Doctor Strange. Okay. After I saw the first Doctor Strange movie, that's my guy. I think it's so cool. All right, great. He has a cameo in Thor. Did you see that? Nope, not that big a deal, but he's in Thor. Yeah. And then he's basically in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. I
like him better in Thor than in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. So the Doctor Strange fans went to go see those 2 movies because Doctor Strange is in it, right? And that's all you need to know. And then the marketing's coming out. He's in Spider-Man No Way Home. Hey, I'm going to go see that because I like Doctor Strange. Okay, great. Mm-hmm. You don't need to have seen all the Spider-Man stuff.
Hop around. Yeah.
Right. If you're there for Doctor Strange. And then when you go see Multiverse of Madness.
This is crazy that you're saying this. How long did it take you to get here, Hector?
Listen, this is what I'm going to say. I'm only here because
you're sick of the shit.
Because it's the same as when people, it's the same as comic books. You're not supposed to read every Marvel comic book that comes out every week, every month. You're not supposed to.
You're not going to like it all.
No, it's mostly average. It's mostly bad. You're not supposed to read every single issue. Oh, I have to read every series because why? Because you're reading Marvel and you like
the same way. Find what you like.
That's it. But if somebody watches, but just like with comic books, if somebody watches Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and they're like, that was cool. I don't know what the Scarlet Witch's deal was. Then they can go back and watch WandaVision.
That's and they'll be like, wow, they really did some weird stuff with their character, didn't they?
But it's like with you, Keller, like, did you see the trailer for Black Adam?
Yeah.
Is any part of you even a little bit more interested in that film than you would have been because you read that Hawkman comic and Hawkman is in the movie at all?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a teeny tiny.
Since Hawkman looks pretty fucking cool.
He looks pretty fucking cool, but it's funny because you and I have we've read those Hawkman comics. So if we sit in a movie theater and that trailer comes up,
they want to pivot to make that.
Yeah, they might.
And have him be in those comics.
They could do that. They could do that. And we would be stoked because we're like,
Hawkman was Indiana Jones? Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool. Do that. So that's where I'm at, is I'm approaching it like movies. What I get frustrated with is people who are frustrated because they think they have to watch it all. I'm like, then stop watching it. And then I also get frustrated with people who are like, well,
most people are just using, that's one of the talking points.
That's true. Are we oversaturated?
It's one of the reasons to hating it. And also, I will say maybe they are. and that's fine. But you also don't have to watch all of it.
Absolutely.
Like
I
I have, and I won't from now on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with what I want to watch
Yeah.
because
There you
I've
go.
been burned by some of the new stuff.
So then the question for you is, Keller, what do you think is your stuff? What are you going to check out? I mean, I
I'm
think
pumped for Blade, obviously,
Pump for Blade.
and obviously I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna see all of the movies.
Okay. So the
I
movies
will
you're
see
like,
all of the movies.
so that means
There's
like you'll
nothing like I'm not pumped about Guardians 3. I don't
Mhm.
really care, but I'm gonna
Mhm.
see it,
Mhm. Did you see
especially since they're probably gonna reveal they're gonna cast someone good as a villain. I'm like,
Well,
I'm in it for that.
they did. Did you see Peacemaker?
Yes, there's some of
Sh-
it.
Shukuri Uwuji, who
Okay,
played their like handler guy. He was like I
he's
think
the
he's
villain.
Nigerian British actor, I think. Yeah, he's the villain in
What's
Guardians 3.
who is the villain? Do you know?
He's playing the High Evolutionary, the character who experimented on and turned Rocket Raccoon into what he is. So the
Oh
movie's going to be
shit,
Rocket Raccoon's origin and where he came from.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. And he's a
He
great
finally
actor.
made it.
Yeah.
Rocket Raccoon? Yeah, he's fucking great.
Yeah, Rocket is great. But like Shukuri Uwuji's a great actor, and I'm sure he's going to be really good as the
That's
bad
gonna be
guy
very
in
cool.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you're going to see that. Are you going to go see um what else? I should like pull them all up, and I just want
Fantastic
to
Four,
ask you.
obviously, I'm excited.
Oh, real? Okay, 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 okay.
Just
Let's see
because
here.
finally.
Finally. Okay.
And also but also they didn't announce any X-Men shit at all.
Not yet. You're right.
That's gonna be
Um,
it's gonna be 2026.
are you going to go see the Marvels?
Yeah,
Okay.
especially after Miss Marvel.
Okay. Did you watch all of Miss Marvel? Did you get to the end of it?
Mm-hmm. That's
They
good.
say they say mutants in that, and they play a little
They
X-Men theme.
yeah, they play a little X-Men theme. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Okay.
I don't like the theme, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
guys, just say mutants. You don't have to connect it to a TV show from the 90s that's not in any way the same.
Uh-huh. Are you excited about, are you gonna go see Captain
Because again, one of my
America?
favorite things about Marvel is the way they find a new way to do it.
Right. I'm sure they're gonna find a new way to do it. Don't worry. But it's just like the first Spider-Man movie had Michael Giacchino's doing the old Spider-Man theme. Only
Yeah, that's
for
not the
like
same.
the opening logo, and then he had his own theme.
Mhm,
So I think
wasn't in the
that's
movie.
right. I think the same thing's gonna happen with X-Men, whatever they do. They're gonna have the little,
Jakeem is gonna write a new theme.
dun, dun, and then it's gonna start with a yeah. Are you gonna go see Captain America New World Order?
Yeah, I'll see. Yeah, I'll see it. I
And
don't know anything
lastly,
about it. I
okay,
don't know who the villain's
lastly,
gonna be.
are you gonna go see the movie
That's really
Thunderbolts?
all of them. I don't care, but I'll see it.
Oh, okay. But it's the Disney Plus shows that you may skip out on. So, are you going to see
Uh,
are you going to see Loki season 2?
Probably,
Are you going to
except
see
only if Owen Wilson's back. Actually,
Okay. I mean, I think he's going to be. I'm
he
pretty sure
better
he is.
be.
I've seen him
Yeah,
on set photos. He's in the
and they
show.
better give
Are
him
you
more
are
this
you going
time.
to see Agatha Coven of Chaos?
I got to see more, and also I might sign up for Catherine Hahn every time though.
Me too. And I heard rumors that they're going to bring in like Amy Poehler and
Okay, so it's gonna be a funny time.
it's going to be like the Coven is going to be a bunch of
It
very funny
sucks that
women.
UCB ruined Amy Poehler for me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's a huge
Um
bummer for me. It honestly, like, I haven't been able to revisit Parks and Rec.
mhm. Are you going to see Secret Invasion, the TV show?
I also got to see what that
Okay,
is
see
about.
more
But
of it.
also Ben Mendelsohn and Samuel L. Jackson.
That's true. Did you
I
watch
The thing is, it's like based off of what I've seen so far of the Marvel shows. It's like I'm just worried that all of these amazing actors
Mhm,
deserve way better than what they're about to fucking do because
mhm.
like what a waste of some of these actors in some of these shows.
Yeah, hopefully Ethan Hawke was not killed off at the end of Moon Knight and they'll be able to bring him back. I think
Yeah,
would be
but
great.
even like in that he was the best I think in that show.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, he was
But I
great.
think even Oscar Isaac was underutilized
And he was
in that
he
show.
was in like 90% of the shots of that show,
I
dude.
know, right?
Okay, last questions for you,
Just feel like
Keller. Are
nobody's
you
even That movie should have, or that show felt like it was going to be such a meaty role,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you think about what Moon Knight is.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, we're having a laugh the whole time.
Did you read Moon Knight comics? Did I give you those good
I
Moon Knight
read,
comics to read?
I think I've read like Spider-Man and Daredevil that you made me read with
Go.
Moon
Okay,
Knight.
gotcha. Okay, are you gonna watch Ironheart? Now she just appeared in the Wakanda
Oh,
Forever
yeah,
trailer. Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably
And then
definitely.
last TV show that they announced. Are you gonna watch Daredevil Born Again?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't ask you too. Based off of the show Hawkeye, are you gonna watch Echo? She got her own show.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Like, it's
Okay.
not Hawkeye, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I got to see more what that show's going to be.
And then you're in for Fantastic Four the movie, and then the last two Avengers movies that they announced, and then
They
there's
haven't
going to be a bunch of
got a
stuff in between.
director for Fantastic Four yet.
Nope, I don't think so. No. Yeah. Who do you want to be? Wes Anderson?
That'd be great.
No. I don't know what I would.
Brody for Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I don't know what I would give Wes Anderson in the Marvel universe. I really don't.
Nothing.
I'm like maybe.
Not a
I'm like
single thing.
I'd give him an animated project.
I give him a foray into
like a Groot movie
his
or something.
Multiverse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and then there's going to be like the I Am Groot.
Yeah, TV show. Those are just shorts that are coming out next month.
Yeah,
little shorties.
Awesome.
Yeah, those are great. Those are going to be great. Whew, all right. Now I'm exhausted about all the Marvel stuff. God, I got to watch all that stuff.
What about everything else? Are you excited for Black Adam at all? Like, are you excited to see the Justice Society and stuff?
I'm not excited about Black Adam. I think I'm more excited for Shazam, just at the movie level.
That trailer yet?
Yeah, it looks fun, and it's written by or co-written by Chris Morgan, who has written a bunch of Fast and Furious movies.
Oh,
and
so it's
Helen,
fucking awesome.
And Helen Mirren is in it, and she plays the bad guy. So I'm like, I'm good. It's Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu are the bad guys in it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that trailer then.
Yeah, it's fun. It looks like it's gonna be fun, and it's like, but watching that trailer reminded me, like, man, Shazam is one of the better DC movies, and I don't think it gets enough credit. Like, it's pretty solid. It's just kind of knows what it is. It's a kids movie,
but it's still not great as the thing.
No, it's not amazing, but in the DC franchise, I'm like, it's pretty good.
I know
it's debatably better than Aquaman. It's better than Man of Steel, and better than Batman versus Superman, and the first Suicide Squad movie, and the second Wonder Woman movie, and it's already better than half of those movies.
Yeah, true, but what are those movies?
Exactly. So that's the thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go see Black Adam, but I'm not going, this is it, guys. This is the beginning of them setting up these characters. Because I'm like, I may never see
because you may never see any of those characters again.
I guess so, but I think
what if they never do? I don't know what the guy. I forgot what the Adam.
Yeah, Adam Smasher.
Dr.
Fate, Pierce Brosnan is Dr. Fate. It's all cool. It's all good, and I want to see those actors. And like we were talking about Hawkman, I think the actor who's playing him is Aldous Hodge. I think is the actor.
Yeah.
And he's also voicing John Stewart Green Lantern in a DC animated thing. And I just saw this story over the weekend at Comic-Con. He was at a party, and this was being relayed by Mark Bernardin, writer.
Movie, you cowards.
Yeah, they should. They need to, and they should. But this dude
who's detective movie with Martian Manhunter. What are we doing
with John Jones? But this guy's playing Hawkman, and he just voiced Green Lantern, and he was at a Comic-Con party, and he saw Phil Lamar, and he had never met him. The voice of John Stewart Green Lantern and Static from the 90s and 2000s cartoon shows. And apparently this actor, who is a really tall, good-looking guy, fit movie star, he's about to be Hawkman, freaked out and went over and was like, you're the original. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, you're the original Green Lantern. I grew up watching, like, I love
everything.
I know. So,
star of Dick and Johnson.
Yeah, Phil Lamar was on Dick and Johnson. But so, like, I'm happy for that actor and everybody in Black Adam, but I'm like, The Rock doesn't need this. He doesn't need some kind of like starring vehicle. Sure. He'll be fine. I'm not excited.
Movie is completely unnecessary.
Yeah,
I just mean as any part of your comic book brain, like,
well,
all right, dope. Cool.
Keller, after
I
that
don't know if I'll
Marvel
ever see this. After
after the
that
Marvel
Marvel,
presentation, the true feelings I have for DC are
apparently here.
I'm very happy whenever I'm happy that a Batgirl movie is being made and is going to come out, and Blue Beetle is being made and is going to come out, whether it's theatrical or on HBO Max or whatever. And I'm always happy anytime there's like a new animated project that comes out with it's like DC superhero stuff. I'm happy for it. I want it all to be good. Um, I just bought one that was like Teen Titans Go and DC Superhero Girls, the show for like little kids. They had a crossover, and I just bought it on Blu-ray. I think the same time that I bought Everything All at Once, only because I want to support. Like I love that stuff,
Yeah.
but there's also a part of me that is like every one of these that gets made is heartbreaking because I'm like we're one further into a franchise that ultimately doesn't know what it's doing with the
Well,
bigger
they've
picture.
said it's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere, which is fine, but it's also like, but I want, Black Adam's doing all this press, The Rock's doing all this press, and people are like, who would win a fight, you or Superman? And he goes, it depends on who's playing Superman. And I'm like, yeah, we don't even know who's playing
It'll
Superman.
be Diesel, and they won't ever work.
It'd be green screen fight from across so, and it's not like it's not like I want there to just be Superman and Batman and that's it. But I want there to be a world like we're getting a Supergirl character in this Flash movie as like carrying on the legacy. But look at how Marvel's been doing it. They know how to set up a character, and then when that character's done and retired, they're bringing a new version of that character.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they know how to. I don't
Plan
know.
ahead.
Plan ahead, and they've been basically delivering on the most important things about Marvel comics and those stories. They've been delivering on them, other than they didn't have the rights to X-Men and Fantastic Four yet, but they will deliver on them. Even when they didn't have the rights to Spider-Man, they delivered on them by doing a cross-company, deal. And with DC, I'm like, you guys don't know how to deliver on the promise of DC Comics. And anytime they've stumbled, they'll just go back and they're like, okay, let's rethink this. Maybe let's just let Matt Reeves just do Batman on his own. And I'm like, that's fine. But then that's kind of not going anywhere other than just Warner Brothers being like, well, we're in the business
Well,
of
we're getting
making
a
movies.
Joker too.
And with that, Keller, what movie should be on the list?
I don't know. I watched Nope. That was fun.
Ooh, was it really?
It's a good time.
Better than Get Out or not as good
No.
as Get Out?
No.
Okay. But
No,
it's
no,
better
no,
than,
no.
is it better than Us? Does it go Get Out, Nope, Us? Or does it go
I
Get
gotta
Out, Us, Nope?
rewatch. I think I might like Nope more than Us.
Okay.
Maybe.
I like Aliens.
You like an
I
alien.
do.
Yeah.
I do.
You do. You do.
I can't wait, man. It's just I have COVID. I've been waiting I didn't
I
go
gotta
anywhere
watch
this
it
weekend.
again, though.
You got to watch Nope again?
Yeah.
I want to go see it. So are you going to pick Nope?
No.
On the list of okay, Nope. What should we pick?
I'm gonna pick fucking Nightcrawler if we're doing a movie
Really?
that's based
Do it.
off of
Is it awesome?
sensationalization. You're not gonna like it, but you're gonna think it's good.
Okay. I can deal with that. I appreciate movies like
You can
that.
think of another movie. I was thinking along the theme.
Has Zodiac been put on the list yet? I'm pretty sure, right?
It's got if it has.
I don't have my computer in front of me. Can you pull it up? Can you pull up the list? Keller.
It's on my phone.
Well, in the meantime, the movie that we're talking about next week on Monday is we get to turn the page. We get to turn the page. I'll turn the page.
You got to
It
turn
is
past this Peroni ad and this One Tree Hill blue DVD set ad.
season 5, the complete box set. Wow.
Amazon.co.uk.
The next movie we're watching is Good Morning Vietnam.
Good.
Starring
Zodiac
Robin Williams.
is not on the list. Okay, it's Zodiac. Zodiac going.
Boom. Zodiac's on the list.
Boom,
And
boom.
Good Morning Vietnam, you can watch it if you're a subscriber to, I guess, Cinemax. It's on Cinemax Go, but it's also, you can watch it with ads on Freevee.
Or you can find it in your local $5 bin.
Good Morning Vietnam. Good Morning Vietnam is on Freevee. I just saw a billboard for this. Free, not TV, Freevee, which is some app, and you can watch movies and TV shows with ads, and it's on there
for free.
And I think maybe you can watch it through Amazon Prime. I don't know. I'm confused by how that's set up, but dude, we had a good night. Keller, we put Zodiac on the list.
Yeah.
As one of the 500 greatest movies of all time.
We
I agree.
talked about all of Comic-Con, which you missed, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. You missed it too. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
was
get a hotel room
supposed to
for
go with
you to
you.
come down. Yeah, for you to come down. I'm sorry. Would have been fun. We would have gotten ice
Yeah.
cream.
We would have got ice cream and burritos,
Yeah, would have been
but
a good
no.
day.
That would have been a good day.
Maybe next one. Maybe New York Comic Con. You want to come out to New York?
Yeah. When's that? That's October though, right?
September. I think it's
September.
September. I think it's like yeah. I think it's like 2 weeks before your event. So it's like,
Yeah, my event.
I don't think we can do
As long as
it.
you're at my event.
You shan't be going to New York
Do you
Comic
guys have to go
Con.
anywhere soon?
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, we're going to Portland, Oregon this weekend.
You're fucking pumped. I
So
can see it in your
no, I'm
face.
tired, man. I
I
want to
can see
get
the
better.
excitement. Yeah.
I
Get
mean, we
yourself some
tested.
better masks.
We tested negative for COVID. We're going to be masking up the entire time, and we're not, doing anything. So fingers crossed. It's just like we don't get it again.
Yeah.
But
What are you gonna do?
what are we gonna do? There was a guy without not wearing a mask coughing on our last flight on the way back from where were we? Chicago. So it's like, well, we had our masks on, but I'm
Get
gonna
some
have
of
to
these P100 things that I just ordered.
P100s. Okay.
Apparently, it's even better.
Okay. Excellent. Keller, great show, my friend. Great show.
Great show. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for
Yeah.
listening, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for feeling, everybody.
Thanks for feeling. Good Morning Vietnam next Monday night, 8 p.m. Pacific.
A way
Exactly
better
where you're
movie.
watching this. Way better movie than probably what we just watched
No, it is.
on Freevee or Cinemax.
Bruno Kirby
Go.
alone.
Bruno Kirby. And it's also rentable everywhere else. So
Yeah.
good night, everybody. We'll see you guys in a week. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.